Hey, what's up, y'all? It's LeBrad. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. This is going to be a channeled message reading. I'm not going to use the cards for this. I'm really going to just kind of speak up on the energies that I have kind of channeled very recently, and some of the symbols and some of the names and some of the places that I am picking up on. So starting this, I saw the number 313, and that is an angel number that kind of speaks to, the progress on like a new beginning starting. And most of the channel messages that I've kind of written down here are really talking about that. So the first thing that I was picking up is like a new job. And really what I'm getting is like, either a new job, it could be new shoes, it could be kind of walking down a new path. So I'm getting like the things of the past have kind of expired. It's like, the shoes that you had before are kind of like stinky shoes now. So you're changing out of those shoes and you're putting on some new shoes. I was also picking up the energy of like going to a funeral, and I often think about things like a funeral represents an ending, so something ends so that something new can begin. But you may actually be going to a someone's funeral, or it could be that you're really just changing your clothes. So like the things that you wore in the past, you're going to be wearing like some different clothes now. So like maybe you were very bohemian in the past, and like maybe you have outgrown like that bohemian stage and you're about to switch it up. You're going to be like more suited and booted. So I'm really getting that, like, the changing of the shoes. Maybe you had athletic shoes and now something's happened. Maybe this new job requires you to get some Oxford or some hard sole shoes, or you're getting like some new boots for your wardrobe for that new job, right? So really, again, like I said, 313, getting that something in so that something new can begin. I'm getting that people will try to question what's going on with you as you kind of make that transition. So like as you move from what people kind of thought about in the past to something different, they'll have like, it'll be like little questions that'll come up about like, well, why are you doing it this way? Why are you doing it that way? But I get that it is really rooted. It's not really rooted in what you're doing. It's like that, they don't understand your journey. So it's like there's a dissonance between what they think and what you're doing that's causing that. It really doesn't have anything to do so much on you as a person, but I feel like if they do come to you with it, you'll have the words to kind of check them on it in a sense. So you may have to do that. You may have to like, come for someone, but I don't think it'll be like confrontational. It'll be like you very succinctly and very eloquently kind of, say what you have to say, and that'll be it. It's like, period. Um, what else? And so this may be like family that may be doing this. Some type of audience. I think it may be an audience of family members. It may be an audience of friends, or like even like old classmates, right? And again, it's like their expectations don't match what they see you doing. Now this is a bit of tricky energy. I also see something with music, perhaps something even with like a movie soundtrack. So I was getting this energy of someone creates a song, and it's like a song that's for um like an animated movie, but something that kind of has like a either a Caribbean or like a jungle tropical kind of feel. Like say it's for the, and I was also getting like tropical birds. So like something for like say a movie like Rio. Um, and it seems like this song will be like a hit almost. Like you'll hear it everywhere. Even like kind of like that Pharrell song "Happy." It gives me something like kind of upbeat and fun like that, and it's a hit. But then sadly, it seems like, there's like this thing of like death. Like it seems like this is a young person that makes this song and then they die. And so, and that may not be it, but I was kind of getting that sense of ending. So it may be like, it could be like it's a one hit kind of wonder thing, like one hit success, and then that ends. And maybe something else comes after that. But I get this energy of like DJs. Particularly, I was picking up on like an Atlanta DJ, and like someone kind of wanting an autograph. So all of that kind of feels like this like this having a hit. And it may be a one hit, it may not be, but I was kind of picking up on that energy. I'm really getting like energy on a man who has like either 3 or 4 kids, and he is kind of doing most of the work with the kids, which is, kind of something that's a little bit out of the ordinary, because typically you see like, the moms are more involved. But I am picking up on this energy of like a man who has to, kind of work and have like a very involved hand with the children. And I'm definitely seeing like 3 or 4 little kids. Um, what else? So I think someone is going to see. So kind of back to what I was saying earlier about someone seeing like this new thing that you're doing, maybe like your new appearance, and they kind of are talking about you behind your back, but somehow you hear them talking about you behind your back. And it may be that like maybe you have a makeover, you have a new hairdo, maybe you got plastic surgery, maybe somebody may have gotten like a BBL or something like that. But I'm getting that like almost like this energy of like, you step into an elevator and they don't know that you're behind them, and you kind of hear them talking about you or something like that, but you don't even care because you're not pressed, because you're looking really good. um and I'm getting like, okay, so with this new job energy, I'm getting like a part, it's perhaps like a part of a group, right? And so you have to learn like, and it feels like performance art. Like you have to learn the choreography of it, and which could be many different things. And because I'm picking up on this energy of like, I don't know, like the funeral and that kind of thing, it may be like a new job that's related to something like with death. It could be like, if you're working for a funeral home or something like that, then you have to learn the choreography of like this event, which is like, putting on a homegoing service. So you kind of have to learn like how to everything that happens with that. And I get this thing of like, you have to jump in and like get rolling very quickly. So it's like, the events happen very soon, so it's like you show up, you got to get ready, and then you have to like get to work and like just roll with it. And in that process, you may get like requests, like someone would say, okay, I need you to do this X, Y, and Z, and then you go and like execute that and bring it back. But then they've already like whatever it was they told you that they needed, now it's done, and so you did that, but it's not needed, and you kind of just have to roll with that because that's like a part of the process. um and I'm getting like you have to fill out some paperwork. It's like you have to be rolling, but then the paperwork comes too, and you have to do the paperwork. You see what I'm saying? um what so I'm getting like a couple places that pop up. So um I was really getting like almost like a specific address, kind of like 141st Street. So really, to me, that gives me like Bronx energy. So like New York City, like the Bronx. You're also getting like a little bit of like Times Square, like the West Side, like 42nd Street and like 11th Avenue, something like that, like on the the kind of far west. So something it could even be like the West Coast, but I'm more so picking up like New York, like East Coast. Atlanta was coming up because it was coming up with like this DJ, so like that music thing seems to be kind of associated with Atlanta. Rio, of course, the movie I'm thinking it's like Rio, Brazil, so like something like Central America. So those could be places that you are traveling to, places where opportunities may rest may reside for you. And then I'm getting this energy of just a few kind of things that I feel like would be like a warning of like, when you're at your car, it's almost like, um, I don't want to say like you need to park in different places. It's almost like, if you park in the same place all the time, it's like, you know, someone kind of can see where you are. They kind of know your patterns and behaviors. So maybe like switching it up, like maybe switching up like the directions that you take or something like that so that you aren't so predictable. Um, I'm getting like, being cognizant of like, things like towing. You don't want to park in a place where someone may come and tow your car. Or that someone like knows your schedule when you're coming to the car and then like they see you open it and they want to come and try and like take like things that you may have in the car, like you have like a work bag or your laptop or something like that. Someone wants to come and try to snatch it or like do some kind of petty theft. I don't see anything like kidnapping or anything like that, but sir, or maybe like you come and you, when you're going to your car, you actually see someone trying to tow your car, trying to get into your car, something like that. Um, and then I saw this energy of like almost like a big feast, but like preparing the big feast. So you like seeing someone had prepared something. I actually saw like a very big, you know, bird that has been roasted. It's almost like people do this thing where they like deep fry like a turkey, but I see like a very big turkey, and then like it's almost like carving it up. You have to use like special tools because it's so big. So it could be like a very big, feast is being prepared for you, and that feast being something like this very big, reward that's coming in, right? And there's and it's enough to go around because it's big. It has to be carved up to be consumed because you can't like, you know, eat it all in one time, right? Um, and so some of the names that I'm picking up, like um, I'm getting the name Ashley. I'm getting Terry. I'm getting Tam or Tammy. Um, so a lot of T names, Terry and Tammy. It could be Tampa. I'm getting like so A and T. Even A and T, could be, to me that feels like when I think of that, I think of like a college A and T. Um, and let's see. I also seen like, so saw a lot of people. I was challenged like an energy of lots of people. So like big audiences, a lot of peer groups, family, friends. So it could be a time where a lot of people are observing what you're doing. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else that was kind of standing out. Yeah, and the peer groups were also like that someone could have like 3 to 4 children. That's standing out for me. For some reason, like the kids, and because I wasn't seeing like the mom there, it could be something like going on with the mom because the mom seems to be absent. And so it could be a time when like uh, if the mom had like all of these roles that the man has to kind of step in a bit more, right? Um, I think you're probably looking good lately. I think that could be triggering for some people for some reason. It could be like the expectations are like people have very low expectations for you, but then like now you're exceeding those expectations, and that's just something that they don't like. But you don't really have to worry about that because you're feeling good, you're looking good, like all of those kind of things. So that's kind of what I have picked up. Um, Certainly that sense of like the elevator that was coming up, I feel like that is kind of thinking about the higher mind. So I think you have to kind of think about some of the things that as you're stepping into this like this new pathway, it's about, kind of receiving that from like a higher mind perspective. Particularly because like, we are in Leo season, and Leo season really connects to that because it's Leo has this connection with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is about the higher mind. So it's like a lot of action and activity, particularly being on the stage, having an audience, but then also like it has a connection to the higher mind. So I really do kind of feel that's a big part of it. So I hope this message has been helpful, and I'd appreciate if you give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. If you're watching, welcome. I'm LaBrad. Peace.